What does a woman's living space say about her? Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Okay, welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that notifications button before we get started. Today we're going to be talking about what does a woman's living space say about her. Now, in general, when we start talking about living space, when you walk inside of someone's home, their home is going to say their identity. All right? As soon as you walk in, you're going to be able to actually understand somebody's life through the smell in the visuals. All right? When you walk inside of a person's house, especially a woman's, if the smell is sweet, that means she's always in a good mood. If it's more of a dominant smell, then she's more of a dominant woman, which means she's going to have a lot more mood swings. So just off the smell, it will be able to tell you her personality. All right? You also got to look around and look at the walls. You got to look at the floors. You got to look at everything. Remember, the inside of a person's home, especially a woman's, is going to be her identity. All right? But first, we're going to start breaking down some little things that you want to pay attention to help you to better understand the type of woman that you're dealing with or that you may be dealing with in the future. First, we're going to talk about plants. All right? If she has a lot of plants in her house or a good amount of plants and she likes to show off her plants, she has a very good personality, which means that she's always in a good mood and she's probably a sweet person. All right? A lot of women that have good personalities have gardens. They have plants in the house. They're very into earthly things. And they're constantly dealing with the earth. They constantly have fruits hanging on. They're constantly having fruits and vegetables around the house. Bananas, peaches, apples. These type of women have very, very good personalities. So understand, if you're dealing with a woman who deals with a lot of plants, her personality is going to be good. Versus a woman who doesn't have plants, things are going to get a little bit more complicated. Next, we're going to talk about a neat bedroom. If a woman has a neat bedroom, chances are she loves her job and she's very independent, which means that if she has a neat bedroom, then she probably goes to the gym all the time and she probably works a lot of hours. Women who have neat bedrooms are typically full-blown workaholics, which means that they are married to their job. They're not married to anybody else. This is the type of woman that's not going to have kids until she's like 35 years old, because she's going to put a lot of more focus into success. So if you're dealing with a girl who has a really, really neat house, trust me, this is a girl that is good to just be a fling with. Because you're not going to come first to her no time soon, because she will be married to her job and she will be married to like the gym, eating healthy. She's going to always be in the mood of bettering herself and staying focused. The neater her bedroom is, the more focused she is on her job. Next, a cluttered closet in a cluttered house and possibly a cluttered bedroom. Anything cluttered laying around, this is a woman that has a lot of issues in her past, especially a cluttered closet. That's the main thing that you want to look for, is a cluttered closet. Because in a lot of cases, when women know that you're coming over, they will actually clean up all their clutteredness and try to make it look and feel a certain way when you walk through the door. So make sure if you get around to peeking into her closet or seeing a closet in her house, see if it's cluttered. The more cluttered her closet is, the more cluttered her life is. And the reason why everything is cluttered is because she cannot let go of the past. This is a girl that's going to be acting one way when you first meet her. But then as you guys start to get to know each other, she's going to start telling you a lot of issues and things that are going on with her life. Matter of fact, if you start noticing it immediately when you walk in the house, just understand that she's having sex out of depression. A lot of girls that have messy house are really easy to sleep with. Like, these are really easy girls to sleep with because they're constantly stressed out. So sex becomes a exercise to them, but they have a lot of mental issues and they're always holding on to their past. So even after sex, like, expect to hear like a lot of stories, or you may even hear some drama even when you meet her. But as soon as you walk in that house, it's not gonna feel good if everything is messy, because her attitude is gonna be all over the place. Next, lots of candles. Now, if this woman has a lot of candles, she's very ambitious, all right? She's very creative. She's the type of person that likes to show her house off. She likes for people to feel a certain way. Chances are, if she has different kind of candles in the house, then she has other decorations in the house as well. She may have something from other countries laying around the house. She may have like a vase or something that stands out, very unique. Most women that have a lot of candles have a lot of decorations in their house, which means that even when you walk inside of her bathroom, it's gonna match. You walk inside of her bedroom, it's gonna match. These are girls that have very, very, very good personalities when they have different type of candles in their house. But we're talking different colors. Just because you may walk in a woman's house and she just has one set of candles laying around because she's got them on sale at the dollar store, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a woman that has different type of candles decorated inside of her house. And especially if she like has some candles that are still wrapped up in plastic, this is a very ambitious woman, very creative, very cool personality. Now, when it comes to other girls who may have the candles, chances are their house is not gonna be that decorated. You may have a little bit of messy spots, all right? But the different color candles is definitely a creative woman, right? Next, we're gonna talk about her refrigerator. Now, the refrigerator is gonna be a dead giveaway as to how her lifestyle is. You have to understand, the more food that's in the refrigerator, the more she doesn't leave the house, the more people come over to her house. The more food she has in her refrigerator, the more outgoing she is, the more she's a homebody, the more she probably likes to have a lot of get-togethers. All right, the least amount of food that's in her refrigerator, the more she goes out, the busier she is, the more she orders in all the time, or she goes out to eat. So if you come around to looking in the refrigerator, one thing that you want to look is how much food is in there. If it's really packed up each shelf, best believe that she's always having somebody over there. Now, if she doesn't have any kids and you still have fruit punches and juices around there, then there's always a man at the house. See, women love to feed men fatty foods. You know, when a woman eats fatty foods, single women that eat fatty foods, they really don't have that much fatty foods in their house because they're always eating out. So if you got a woman that's single and doesn't have any kids and you're in her kitchen and she has a lot of food, best believe there's other guys that come over because she has enough food to cater to the guy that's coming over. Remember, women love to get men fat. That's just what they do when it comes to eating. No woman tries to get you to eat healthy. Now, there's a lot of things when it comes to a messy house that a man can learn about a woman. But you have to understand it's always going to boil down to the identity of the person. As soon as you walk inside of a woman's house or inside of her home, it explains everything about her lifestyle. If she's a neat freak, that means she loves her job, which means she takes a lot of things serious, which means she probably goes to the gym all the time as well. Now, if she has a messy house and when you walk in it, it smells strong, like she just got done smoking weed or she smoked cigarettes, and the environment just smells toxic, best believe she's a woman with issues, especially with if she got a messy closet. A woman with issues, but it's probably gonna be easy to sleep with, but understand, you don't wanna be in there that long. That's what a lot of guys face in the hood. When they gotta go into the projects and deal with these girls that they met online. They walk inside the house and they be getting that smell. But then when you go in some girls' houses, you know, they're gonna have a lot of candles, it's gonna smell good, it's gonna be decorative, and it's gonna be neat. But one thing about the girl that has different colors and decorations in her house, she's not gonna be like the girl that's a neat freak. And always keep in mind, the woman that always has the plants. The plants is a good giveaway. If she's pretty, good looking with plants, she is a keeper, or at least pull her in as a friend. But those are the type of girls you want to go with, plants. And these same type of advice I'm giving you for the house actually works inside the car as well, minus the plants. But she may have plants in there too, all right? Hopefully this gives you a better understanding. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.